Look at that. We made it. We're live doing things from the Captain's Quarters podcast. Warren Garrett Speer, myself, Cooper. We are all here. We're all looking incredibly handsome today, and that's 100% my opinion, and I'm entitled to that opinion. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
Doing great, brother. How are y'all?
You know, it's Wisconsin. We're just basically preparing for winter.
Right. Well, it's already winter up there, right? It's October.
It is. We have a weird, like today is like sunny and 75, which is very strange for this time of year. We don't get a whole lot of this. So everybody's kind of freaking out. Even like nature is like, what the fuck? What is going on? Like the bugs are coming back. They were hibernating. Now they're back. I don't know. We're losing it. But you guys have had a very busy year. I've had a chance to chat with both of you on this podcast before. We've chatted off of this podcast before. We've chatted in establishments that serve massive quantities of brown liquor before.
Amen.
I feel like we're basically related.
At this point, we might as well be.
It's true. We should probably go on tour together. I'll let you guys handle all the talent stuff, and I'll just count beers and make sure that we're like
you'll be in charge of the booze, right? Just
Oh, we need 3 bottles. 3 bottles of Jack Daniels, my friends. 3 bottles.
Oh, yeah.
So I know you guys have both had incredibly busy years, and I want to talk about all that. First off, if you're joining us on whichever platform, whosever platform you're on, feel free to jump into the comments. I believe we can bring those up on this fancy dancy screen here. So if anybody comments, we'll be able to bring your comment into the chat. So feel free to do so. Also share it on your social medias. We're on like a couple of YouTube channels. I know we're on the Facebook pages. I think we're on Twitch too for my one fan on Twitch, who I think is like my mom, because I made her on Twitch, and she's like,
don't lie. It's when your mom's not playing Fortnite. She's watching.
she's a huge Call of Duty girl. She's really weird. But
my mom keeps kicking my ass at Call of Duty, guys.
Because I had to give up. I'm like, hey, anybody want to play Duck Hunt? Like Super Mario Brothers, anything? Let's go old school and stuff. But so whoever you're watching, wherever you're joining us, please feel free to comment and join in on the chat if you have questions for either of the guys. Do have to do a shameless plug for these fellas, because this is what pays the bills. If you are in the market for any gummies of any sort of stature, CaptainCoops.com. We do have, I believe, a 10% off promo code on the website, podcast. 10% off with the promo code podcast for gummies and beard stuff and topicals and all the business is out of the way. Garrett Speer, I want to start with you because I did see you most recently, and the greatest thing about finally having you up here for a show was the show. I'll start in order. The show was amazing. Secondarily, the fact that the show got over at 8:00 at night. Probably the first show you played since you were in like a high school musical band choir concert that was like, oh, we got over at 8 because we have school in the morning. So we had a chance to go out and explore the greater Wisconsin area with you and the fellas. Good times were had by all, I believe.
Oh yeah, that was night too. Just like you being done, that was dangerous. We went and bar hopped every time, but wow, I'll play pool, kick my ass. If I recall. But yeah, that was good. We had the whole out there, and it feels like everybody bar was bar all the time, so like a crowd. It was a good time, great show. Appreciate you having me. That was a really good. Got glad part of that school thing is cool. You know, all the kids show off their talent, passion. Because at some point I was there to, loved every help I from people, and as far as goes, so it's really, really cool. I'm glad to be a part of that. To Matt too.
Yeah, shameless plug to my cousin Matt, who decided on a whim one day that he was like, I have nothing to do with my spare time. I'm going to put on a music event, and I was like, I would have started with like a poker tournament or arm wrestling competition, but no, he went full-fledged big stage music event, and we had Garrett up here for that. Warren, I want to talk to you as well because I know you just had a major release. The song "Bank" is out now. Big push for that song.
Yes, sir.
And coincidentally, I was talking to Garrett about you when we were hanging out together, and he was like, I got to be back on Monday because Warren has a pontoon and a yacht, and I have to be on both of them and drink all day on a Monday. And I was like, I am offended that I did not get asked to. I'm not offended. I'm not. I had to work. Somebody has to pay the bills so we can do things like this. But tell me about the song Bank and getting that out. I know it's been in the hopper for a while, but you finally got a chance to get that one out.
Dude, I am so excited for that song. It came out is exactly kind of how I had it pictured in my head. And you're right, Garrett. So Garrett, for anybody that doesn't know, Garrett's one of my best friends in the world. And so of course I hollered at him and I was like, yo, dude, it's like we got this real cool pontoon, and I think we're gonna try to put a whole band on the pontoon. And so that's what we did. Pontoon, no rails, no nothing on the front of it. We put a whole band on it. And then we actually just yesterday, so we had to reschedule part of that. So yesterday we just spent all day on a yacht out on the lake filming that too. So, dude,
it's a good time.
It was awesome. And dude, I've been so excited to try to get this song out to people forever. And now that we finally got to, I'm incredibly happy with it. The response has been great. I still get, it came out probably 3 days ago, and I'm still getting calls and texts, stuff like that. Man, hey, I love the song. And so it's going really good. And I'm grateful just to be able to put out some more music.
One of the interesting things about, I'm assuming, about being an artist in both of your cases is when you have something, the ability to have the patience to, whether it's going through the writing process, putting the song together, getting it recorded or playing it live. And then and especially the last couple of years, I don't know, there was some weird shit going on. I don't know, some things, and they shut us down for a while. But like, how do you manage that patience when you have a song, when you have it ready to go, but you do have to wait because there is a process to go through. There is, when there's music videos, there's obviously another layer that goes on there with all the different digital outlets that are available and trying to have everything hit at the right time. How do you control that, having a song ready to go? I mean, I know Bank has been out for, had been a song that you'd performed before, but to be able to just want everybody to hear this fucking song, but have to sit on it. And Garrett, I know you've gone through the same thing too. Like, how do you manage that patience when you're like, man, I want the world to hear this, but I understand that there's ladders and steps we have to get through to get it out.
Dude, for me, I mean, as soon as we wrote it, I was like, I knew I want to put this song out. But the real anticipation, I think, for me is when we got done with it in the studio and I got it back and I got to hear it and I got to live with it, sit with it, and listen to it. Just the short amount of time between hearing it done the way you want it and being able to, give it out to people. That was the nail biting part of it for me. So you say, how do you deal with it, man? It's like, I feel like I deal with it with like a 6-year-old kid that's excited. I'm just like, oh my God, I can't wait to show you guys this.
Out and to follow up to Warren, I remember that song. We were going out to the right after, and the first, just to follow what about my process too. We all the impact of that was from the start, a while ago. And I was like, dude, who's this? He goes, dude, I just wrote that. Man, so it's really cool for you too. Made it come out and see, what's doing and being pushed, man. But to me, like, we so many songs, we write so many we care that we want to release, and sometimes I second guess you want to do it too long. I try now you get things to start out, because it's hard to sit on when you're playing it that weekend too, and people want to tell them, that's part of it.
Yeah, because Fixin' 2 is your latest single that came out. It's been a couple months. It's been out now too. Another, just two amazing songs in an arsenal of great music as well, which I know. And my first trip down to Nashville, I know I've had both of you on the show, and we've kind of had this conversation before, but the immense amount of talent that is down there, to drive in for us, and we're musically driven. Both me and Nicole we pull down, downtown Nashville, and it's 1:00 in the afternoon, and there's live music everywhere. And thankfully, two parts. Thankfully, we got to spend some time on Broadway and experience all that was about. That's where we got a chance to hang out. I'm pretty sure there's picture evidence that all three of us were together in the same room.
There definitely is.
Some of them we had to delete, or I'm holding onto them for safekeeping for a little bit while longer. But having a chance to go to a place like Live Oak and to sitting around and to kind of listen to all that talent. I mean, the cool thing about you guys is not only that friendship, that bond that you guys have, but also I imagine there's a lot of, if you're impatient about, if Warren's impatient about a song, he can call on Garrett and be like, man, I just want to get this song out, and kind of vice versa. So I'm sure there's a lot of back and forth during the process that you guys do. And I'm sure a lot of idea sharing when it comes to new music as well. I do have a post on here from Angie. Angie Gregory says hello to everybody.
Hey, Angie. Angie's Garrett, my manager.
She says, Garrett, your audio keeps cutting out a little bit. You're a little choppy.
Yeah.
So somebody's using your Wi-Fi is what's happening. It's probably you're probably gonna have to yell. I'm just kidding. Don't yell. No, we don't want to.
Just kidding. Don't yell.
we don't want to be. We don't want to be part of that. We do have some. We got some more chat comments coming.
Mike, what's up, bro? Dude, but what you were talking about, yeah, I mean, that happens all the time as far as like when we got songs coming out or even when we write songs. I know Garrett's the same way because I've got the text to prove it. We'll text each other and be like, dude, I just, just wrote this song, check this one out, or I just did a demo and stuff like that. And so, I mean, that's part of the fun about being in the industry, especially having good friends that are in the industry. It's like you can, when you get really excited, you can be like, I'm not going to put this out yet, but hey, check this out. Let me know what you think. And it's like do the ritual, send it to your mama, you send it to like 5 of your buddies, and and you go, okay, give me the opinion before I send this out to anybody that's going to really judge me for this.
Right.
Is there oh, go ahead.
About honor me, Warren, too, same vice versa. When it comes to a new one, a new one, it's like you're like, oh, I like her, maybe change this. It's cool to have, it's really out in our a long time with each other to balance each other, even ones we together or with other people. It's cool to have kind of unperspective, for basically.
Yeah.
Buddy,
is he cutting out for you too?
Yeah, I think we're getting about every third or fourth word, bro.
Yeah,
sorry.
Which still makes complete sense. So I think it's you found a new language.
It still makes complete sense.
Yeah, like I understood what he said. So there's a lot of that conversing that goes on between artists and stuff, and I'm sure you have a great group of people down there. I know we mentioned Angie, your manager, who's another great person to be able to bounce ideas off of. But when this, I don't know, there was something about, and I'll throw Garrett's Fixin' 2 in there too. The first time I heard that, I was like, damn, like that's good, man. That's one of those songs which for me, just being like a casual radio listener now, I did 20 years with that stuff, man. Like I know exactly what it sounds like, but it's one of those things where like you hear a song and you're like, man, that fits into rotation. Like that fits, right next to a Luke Combs song or into a Carrie Underwood. Like it's got a place, in that world. And that's got to feel good for you guys to have I know you got to love every song.
Oh yeah.
But man, sometimes you got to hear a song and go, this is like the song that you play at the end of a set. This is the one we go, this is that one you guys have been waiting. You've sat through, a 90-minute, 45-minute set. Here's that song that you've been waiting for. That's got to be a good feeling for both of you guys.
Dude, it's cool. But I mean, I would be lying if I said I loved every song. I mean, some of them I get done with and I'm like, oh my God. I was like, what? Why did I do that? But yeah, I mean, some of them you get to, like Fixin' 2 is a badass song. And then, and sometimes you get done with one and you're like, oh yeah, it's like, oh yeah, this one's going on the record. This is the next single. This is you just feel the energy behind that one and you connect with it. You think people will connect with it. For me, it passed the send it to Angie and Garrett, my mom, and Tess. If it passes those tests,
Yeah. And then knowing when that it's a cut too. It's just, feel like all that hard work and all you wrote the last couple weeks, you get that one and it makes it all worth it.
That's true. Oh, you sound way better, by the way.
Yeah, you do.
Thank you.
Man.
I think I fixed it.
We should have you. You pressed the right button this time. It's okay. Warren and I went through this whole thing before you joined too. Like, I don't know which button to push.
Yeah.
What do you do with the songs that you write and you go through the process and you get it recorded and you're like, man, like what do you do with those? Do you keep them in the back pocket, or there's something that you table for a little while? You're like, well, if you're putting like an EP out, you need 5 songs for an EP, and you have like that 5th song, and you're like, all right. Do you force it on there, or is it something? Are you at a point where you're like, I'm okay like letting this one just be something that we tried and it just didn't work out?
I mean, for Garrett, it's probably different for you. I don't know, but for me, it's like if I've worked out the song, worked it out at rounds and it shows and stuff like that, and know kind of how I want it to sound. I mean, by the time I get into the studio and get it done, by the time I'm like, okay, we're going to spend the money, because recording, making any kind of music is typically pretty expensive. So for me, by the time I'm like, all right, I'm going to spend the money, we're going to spend the money, to make this happen. It's probably something that I've just fallen in love with over and over and over again, and going, okay, well, I've played this song 1,000 times and I don't hate it, and I still like this, I still connect with it, so maybe people will too. So I tend to work my stuff out for a pretty good while before I hop in the studio, hit record.
Yeah,
very similar to me. I do. I like to get full production. Learn sometimes. I'll like the song, but most of the time I don't know like a song for me after we write it, and it's like I usually need like a day or two to sit on it. It's me, and I'm like, wow, this one stands out, and maybe I'll do more than just like an acoustic, put everything together and kind of try to put the musician flavor on it, and vision, if it turns out to be something that's really unique, and I think it really complements my voice. The B-side songs, they're always fun to pull out, especially when you're like right around you wrote them with, and if it's a certain one where your buddy's next to you, it's nice to have, you play it, you kind of reminds you of it. It's really cool to have a bunch, tight community. We have so many, friends that we've written with, over the years, and you don't remember until you're in a ride around with them. I'm like, oh, I'll play this one, so that's how I go through it.
How often do you guys get a chance? I know you talked about bouncing ideas off each other and hey, listen to this. Let me know what you think. You guys are probably on each other's, listed the first 5 that hey, listen to this. Let me know if you think it's worth doing anything with. How often do you guys get a chance? Do you guys get a chance at all to sit down and write together, or get in around it all together? Or is there such thing as being like too close of actual friends to be like, well, let's sit down and write together? Where are you guys at with a writing process when you're together?
I don't think so, because for me, it's like I would rather write with my close friends, and that because sometimes when you jump into a room and you don't know the person and they come out with something that you don't like, or it's like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. If you're buddies, you can be like, hey, dude, like take another shot and let's try that again. Right, because that didn't sound right. So yeah, Garrett and I have written before. We hadn't written in a while. We need to, but we've written
torn so hard.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like we were talking about this yesterday when we were shooting the music video for Bank. It was we were talking. It's like, well, when are you in town? Well, I'm not in town. when am I in town? You're not in town.
We even had that trying to schedule this thing. I was like, dudes, let's get together and jump on a live stream. I haven't done a podcast in a hot minute, and just trying to schedule it because there is so many factors that go into it. Getting a new song out, being on the road, touring, planning your next adventure. So do you guys, anybody still use a paper calendar, or are you guys all digital now? You got like a real? All right. Who is in charge of the digital calendar? Who's in charge? Like who is scheduling all the things and making sure that they get done? By the way, I was going to say, careful, Angie's still on here.
I was about to say, for me, it's Angie. Well, no, dude, I'm not going to take any credit whatsoever. That woman makes sure that I know what I'm supposed to be doing on that day, and I put it on the damn calendar. So she's a rock star, man. She's a rock star. She helps me out so much. And anybody musical that's around her, she helps, man. she's got a huge heart. She believes in music and believes in what we do, and I love her to death. She's a rock star. So, but long answer to a short question. She manages my calendar. She said me. I'm in charge of the calendar.
Let's get this on here. Let's make sure that we have documentation now.
Yeah. See, told y'all.
Angie Gregory is in charge of the calendar. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
I do my own still, but I have an agent, Tracy, and she just, send her like, we have this open, we have this. And then I just, I got so used from, touring for years, over 150 shows. I just, one of those guys, I like to do my own, I'm at the point where I can't, but I'm still learning and figuring out how to do it.
Yeah, but you got little human also to consider when it comes to scheduling like life adventures.
Oh, yeah.
Also, small human. I know I have one.
Small human.
I have a small human. I have a mini.
Yeah. It gets a lot tighter with him for sure.
All right, I got to throw this one on here. Have you ever met a crazy horse lady on tour? I feel just by that reaction that there's a story that needs to be told here. Like
God.
We have no secrets here.
Oh, that's my buddy Darren. He's out on the Shuck and Shack tour with me and CJ. Me and CJ Solar. And yes, I guess the answer to that question is yes. And I don't know if the story is podcast appropriate or not. Okay, it's before everybody's mind starts going crazy.
You can't do that. You can't. That's like
yeah.
Sorry, that's like releasing like those 18 teasers of Bank, and I'm like, I just want to hear the whole song. Damn it.
You have to call me out like that, Coop. Come on now.
I was like, I need to hear it now. So this is kind of the crazy horse lady story. It's the same thing.
Okay, it's basically on tour what we've affectionately started calling anybody who is romantically interested in anybody that's working on the tour. So.
Oh, that was very politically correct.
Thank you. I thought that I tiptoed around that beautifully.
Very well
I thought, like, look at that. Yeah,
that was an arc.
Yeah, you see how I answered the question without even answering the question?
You did. I'm fascinated by this individual. Like, I want to know more. I feel like she has a documentary probably coming out on Netflix in the next 10 to 15 years.
Oh, I saw that, and I saw Darren put it up, and I was like, oh, shit. Coop's going to ask about that. Well, no, it's really just it's a funny story. We had a lovely young lady that was at one of the shows, and who had a whole lot to drink, and who I think worked in agriculture in some way, but she came up to one of us. It's like, what are you doing later? It's like going home, and then she did that to everybody that was hanging out. Is like basically in a line, walked up to everybody. It was like, what are you doing later? Leaving?
Maybe the best line besides the arc was worked in agriculture. Like that was really, this is one of those you would let your mind put that story together. She worked in agriculture. She was a person who liked people who were in bands.
So Angie said, I'm proud of all these words you're using.
As you should be. I'm proud of him too. Like I understand. Yeah. I mean, we're trying to keep both of these fellas on the up and up, and I'm not trying to drag them down, but we're gonna have to have we can't even have like a fake podcast. We're just gonna have to get on a Zoom call and be like, all right, now, dude, like enough of the bullshit. Like you need to tell me.
Tell me what happened.
Tell me what happened here. And Garrett, I'm sure that you have experienced in your day, maybe not a woman who worked in agriculture, but perhaps in another field of expertise. I don't know. She liked to clean the streets.
Yeah, well, I was playing at a place out there called the Beacon Club, and there was a big road, high school, tournament kind of thing, and in Wisconsin, and there's probably 200 people in a 300 capacity place, and I see about a 6'3" guy rip his shirt off, and about a 5-foot girl nail him and punch him right in the back of the head, dude. Like cowboy hats and all, like straight out of like a Western movie. They were all pearl snaps and everything. Like they were formally dressed. It's stuff I've seen in a bar, period. Probably 10 people jumped on it, but she just hit that dude. And I mean, he just kind of didn't see it coming and kind of looked around, didn't see her. But yeah, then the sound guy comes and literally flattens the guy. It was the craziest thing. But that's one of the biggest fights I've seen. Yeah.
Your connection's still kind of spotty, so I got to piece that story together from the words "tiny woman, pearl snaps, shirtless cowboy, sound guy, best time ever," and I got those writing prompts to finish that story.
That's the biggest fighting.
I think that there is a song there. There is a song there. This is like, you know how they have like paint by colors?
Yeah, that's what that was.
Like this is what this is. It's like songwriting. You only get like 1/3 of each of the sentences, and then you have to piece the whole thing together. And so I think, Garrett writes it because he was there firsthand experience, and Warren writes it from every third word and goes,
Yeah.
See if you end up with the same conclusion. Like, did anybody who got arrested first?
That's like playing the phone game with a bad internet connection, trying to picture what you're talking about.
Johnny Miller says that is definitely a song. So you got a vote for Johnny Miller.
Mr. Johnny Miller. He's a local Chicago legend up there.
Chi-Town proud. That's definitely a song. That's great. Oh,
sorry,
man.
I love you, buddy. That was funny because I was catching every like third or fourth word.
Sorry, my connection's bad.
It's all right. Like we can pitch some money together, dude, and like send you, like, we get to up your bandwidth. I had to do that.
I got fiber,
dude. I had to sell a kidney to get enough bandwidth to run this show. I was like,
bro.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got fiber too, but suddenly AT&T just decided that they were gonna double my bill 1 month and make sure that I was just going to keep paying it. So I feel you, Coop. You got to pawn a guitar every time you want to pay the internet bill.
I get it. Like, I'm running out of body parts, and I'm, you know how I roll. Like, they're not good. Like, this is like going to this is like the used car lot, and you're like, well, I'm on a budget.
What's you gonna give me for these well-used kidneys?
How much? Who needs a liver? Well, it's I'm not sure if it really needs
to get which is Squire.
Hey, yeah, I didn't say it was a good liver. I said, who needs a liver?
Yeah. Would you like a car? Or would you like no car? What are the two?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want a good car or do you want a car? Because that's a big distinction. That's a small word, big distinction.
You guys have both had a chance to get out and kind of get back out into the show scene and playing again a lot. I know it has been a little bit of, we've had a bit of a window of time here since the world went batshit crazy there for a little bit. How is life back doing shows, Ben? Have you noticed from your perspective, and obviously you have the best seat in the house because you get a chance to look out and to see kind of what the crowd is doing. What is your perception, Ben? Do you feel like the weirdness is gone, or do you feel like there's still some strangers in the corner that you have questions for?
Garrett, you want that one or you want me to take it?
Places that I go to, we do a lot of the Midwest and, kind of your way. Seems to be pretty over, man. I mean, even the ones, it was really weird for a while during the midst of back half to the beginning of this year. But since July, man, I haven't seen like any kind of masks or like anything, maybe in the city, but not anywhere, in 100, to 500 to 1,000. So.
Dude, for me, the coolest thing, especially you say, Garrett's right. It depends on where you go, but I mean, for the most part, man, the appreciation that I've seen for live music has been incredible. Because it's like, I mean, just like everything else that during that time that we didn't get to do to be able to come back out in full swing and full force, and the people that love live music showing up and just saying, "Hey, I love this," and like they're more invested. They're more invested in what you do. They're more invested in how you do it. If they like you as an artist, they are behind you. And so, I mean, for me, it's like a little speck of light in that, kind of dark blot that for music, that when we came out of it, we came out swinging, man. Because for me, I guess music always does, but that's been cool, especially post that. And for me, I mean, I've been able to be blessed to be on this acoustic tour thing that I'm doing with Shuck and Shack and CJ. And it's one of the first tours I've done that I got to play all of my songs. I mean, so it's all original. I mean, I get to throw a song in that I like or something like that, but it's all original. So getting to really work out songs and work out, what I want to say as an artist, and seeing how people connect with my songs in new ways, that I hadn't heard or that I hadn't thought of. And so that's been really cool too.
See, I know we have, what is it, October? Yeah, so we got like 3 or 4 months left in 2022, and I know both you guys continue to be very busy, continue to have playing shows in Nashville and getting out on the road and doing shows. And I keep on dragging your asses up here to do stupid shit just so I have people to drink with that can hang.
That can hang.
Hell yeah!
I'm just saying, it's okay. I should rephrase that. It's me that usually can't hang, but because we don't go out, I need to have a reason to go out and do a towny bar tour like Garrett and all of us did. I'm like, well, let's show these motherfuckers what's up.
Man,
and then I pay for like
there. That's a really cool little town, man. You guys are small. I guess they're considered kind of dive bars, but they're with one and have a couple of drinks, hop over to the other. Man, that was a good time.
Yeah, it's Wisconsin is a lot like nowhere else on earth, because you can go. I mean, you guys think of obviously downtown Nashville. It's like bar. It's Nashville, Tennessee. It's what, like the 15th or 16th biggest metropolis city in the country. Here, it's like a bunch of really small towns with that exact same thing. Bar. Church. Bar. Quick trip. Bar. Lake. It's everywhere you go. Like, you can't. We were up in upper Michigan last week doing some filming up there, and you cross the border, and I was like, this is weird. We're in a town that has one bar. What do you do when you're done drinking at this one? Like, where do you go next?
Oh, that's the most Wisconsin thing ever. Because I asked somebody one time, it was like, man, what do you guys do up here? And it was like, well, we drink and we play in the snow because that's all we have to do.
2 seasons.
But there's only one bar. That made me laugh.
It's Wisconsin people do know how to drink. All the shows we do up there, those people can definitely handle their alcohol.
Yes,
no doubt.
I love playing Wisconsin, man. It's awesome. I mean, I've done the same. I know Garrett's done the Red Rocks up there and a couple other spots, and I played Country Thunder up there again this past year. Dude, I love it. I love it up there. There's so many country music fans.
Have you seen? There's a meme that's out, and it's like a map of the country, and it's like it highlights all the counties in every state of the country are all like they're all outlined. And it's like, these are the drunkest counties in the country. And they're all, except for like 3, in the state of Wisconsin. Like, everything else is solid blue. And then you have Wisconsin. It's like, it's all the colors of the rainbow. And then someone's like, hey, Wisconsin, get your shit together. I'm like, I'm pretty sure we have it figured out. We're just waiting for the rest of you to catch up. Like, we're trying to keep people in business over here.
Right.
We're waving the flag. Anyway, long way to get around to the last quarter of the year. I know, Warren, you're out right now. Like, what do you guys have kind of locked on the docket to wrap up 2022? Because I know, obviously, with each year, it's kind of a reset, and you get a chance to kind of, flip the script and do things bigger and better next year. So I'll start with you, Garrett. Like, what does the last quarter of your year look like as far as getting out and doing things?
Tour for the year just last weekend, actually in Helen, Georgia, but Madison and Milwaukee. So that the day before New Year's Eve in Madison, Milwaukee Friday, and then Saturday is Milwaukee. Yeah, I mean, we have a couple here and there. I think we're doing one in 2 in Georgia, 2 in Iowa. We got Cedar Falls coming up this month, Iowa City in 2 weeks.
No, we lost in complete.
Dang, just gone.
Man, we didn't even get a chance to yell at him about his audio. He was just like,
I know. I was about to stop and be like, buddy, it's going out again. We're losing you.
Like, there's so many Iowa cities. I don't understand. Like, there's like 6 of them. Iowa City, Wisconsin. I think it's probably a place, but like, we should talk.
Yeah, it's just like it's got bored and named everything Iowa City.
He's like, I don't care about you guys. Bye.
Okay, bye.
So hopefully Garrett Speer rejoins the program. I don't think we offended him too bad. But I know you have a busy last part of the year with this tour. Obviously, you're finishing the filming for the bank video. The song is still cooking out. So tell me about the rest of your 2022, Mr. Garrett.
Man, we've got some cool stuff coming. Like I said, we are working on the bank video. We're gonna hold on to that release date. It's a little surprise for later on down the road, but we got that one coming. I'm actually in December talking about putting out another song, so you guys be on the lookout for that because that's going to be awesome. It's a song that's really close to my heart and I really love it. We've got Angie. See, I told you Angie is running this from the comment section.
Just booked Chicago today for December for the full band. See, like, you don't even need to know. She's got it all unlocked, dude.
I told y'all, man. Yeah, so I know in December we're going to Iowa. We're going to be in St. Louis. Apparently we've got one in Chicago, which is awesome. This tour that I'm on now ends at the end of October. And then that song. Yeah, thanks, Mike. I'm excited about that one. Yeah, Mike already knows about what's coming in December. And so, yeah, man, other than the shows we've got coming throughout the end of the year, and like I said, just put bank out. Got another one coming out, and we're gonna be writing a whole bunch. Oh yeah, and we've got there's a big songwriters round that I'm gonna be a part of on December 11th. That's a Sunday.
I feel like if I need your schedule, I'm just gonna call Angie.
Yeah, that's pretty much what everybody started doing.
I'm not gonna be like, hey,
I'm surprised I'm surprised my mom doesn't call her and like, hey, what's Warren doing today?
Is he available for a call, do you think, or is he, is he busy doing stuff? So I've got a big round in Nashville on December 11th, charity round. So that's awesome stuff. She also says if we need to get you up here, that I call her and get you to route up here. I will do you a favor. I'll do you the solid because I love you like a brother. I won't make you come up here during winter because
I love you, brother. Thank you.
Because even I was born here, I was raised here. I leave right before Christmas, and I go where it's warm. We're going to Florida, December 20th, and we might not come back until sometime in February. We're not sure.
Oh, that's awesome. I'll be in Nashville freezing my ass off and real jealous of you.
It wasn't that bad. Oh, look who's back. Guess who's back?
Oh, back again. Garrett's back.
Tell a friend.
So sorry, guys. My would be good now.
All right. We believe you. We're
trusting you.
We're trusting you.
Second strike.
No, it was crazy because you were in the middle of telling us about all your Iowa City dates, and then all of a sudden you were just gone. I'm like, wow, I hope we didn't offend him. He just left.
Easy.
So all we heard was you say Iowa City 6 times, and then you disappeared.
Oh, yeah, we're playing Iowa City in 2 weeks, and then that's what we got in New Year's Eve. Sorry about that, y'all.
So your New Year's Eve is in Wisconsin. Is it Madison or Milwaukee?
Playing New Year's Eve actually in Milwaukee. Madison's the day before.
Madison is an incredibly incredibly fun town.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
It's
My favorites.
You doing the Red Rocks out there?
Yeah. They just a new building, you know, and it's sweet. They probably hold 400, 500 there now. And, you know, always the best, you know, fans come out there. You guys have a great, I mean, some of the best country shows we do. I mean, just with the
yeah. Now we get them on repeat.
Oh,
we
no.
We gotta pull them off the stream. Garrett, I love you, man.
Oh, play him out, Coop, play him out.
He's like in a horse show. Oh no, he's back again. We had you were adding your own theme music in here.
Yeah, we were playing you out, dude.
You won't believe what that was. That was the Amber.
I'm surprised. How did I not get that?
Selective. We got to figure out, like, we know what we should do is we should play like the Darth Vader theme and just have like just see how long the Amber Alert happens.
Or to see how long Speer's internet connection is going to last this time.
It's not.
5 minutes, I take a break.
There's a guy going to go outside and put one down. I've had enough of this stuff. But no, Madison, Milwaukee, two incredibly fun towns. And Angie says we can get you back up here in the spring or when it doesn't suck. So that's, and Garrett said the same thing though. I have to be fair. Garrett was up here and he's like, man, we'd love to come back. Not like after this, but sometime.
Not like after this.
Not like, that was in like early September. And he was like, not any time.
We're pushing. Yeah, we're pushing it. It gets crazy up there. I don't know how you guys deal with that snow, man. It's hard in South Florida, so any kind of big snow like that, driving a Sprinter through gets a little bit risky.
No, I get it.
I'm exactly the same spot because last winter, I was coming through, going to play Chicago, and was coming through Indiana, and had the little warning on my phone. It was like, hey, there's a snowstorm coming. It's like, it'll be fine. It's still early. And, dude, halfway between somewhere south Indiana and somewhere in the middle of Indiana, there was like 2 feet of snow in an hour. I was like, man, I'm from South Carolina. I've never seen that much snow in my life.
Yeah. I've totaled from during touring. So, I mean, it's both times was ice. So, I mean, it's even being times we're only going 30 miles an hour, but you hit ice and there's nothing you can do,
Oh, yeah. Well,
I remember that, dude.
Here's the thing. Gentlemen, I'll tell you something. There is things that you can do because I am from here and I came to where you live now and it was nice. And then we tried to leave your town and it got shitty and it got icy. And we realized that you're right. You guys have no idea how to drive in any sort of weather conditions. And we also counted one snowplow from the time we left our Airbnb, the 3.5 hours just to get out of Nashville. I'm like, I saw one snowplow and at least 150 cars in the ditch.
Oh, dude, we ain't got the stuff to deal with it. Like, we shut the county down. When it snows, we shut the county down. We'll see y'all in the spring, or whenever this stuff outside is gone. Hey, the businesses are shut down. You'd be lucky if a Dollar General's open. We're going home.
I wouldn't have been so upset or so irritated with the whole situation had it not been the fact that both Nicole and I were severely fucking hungover from the night before. Because somehow, I don't know, we ended up at your show at Old Red. Then we ended up Garrett and I were trying to figure this out when he was up here. He was like, did we go to the Johnny Cash bar? I'm like, I was at the Johnny Cash bar, but were you there at the same time? Did you go to Kid Rock's? I went to Kid Rock's. It's all I was at Kid Rock's.
Dude, I don't think I went out with y'all.
I don't think you did. I think you were responsible and wise and
no, I was just probably hungry. It's probably what I was.
That's what surprised me too, because usually, Nicole will get to a point in the night where she's like, we need to eat. We ate, when we were at Old Red, we came in there and we ate, and then the night kind of started from there. But usually there comes a time several hours later where it's like, feed me, Seymour, feed me. I don't think that happened. Like, I don't know. It was just like, let's go here. I was like, okay, that sounds good. I know.
running on that.
Johnny, isn't your brother a big fan of Johnny Cash's? Was that your brother, Garrett?
Yeah, he likes Johnny Cash a lot. One of my guitar players I use, Luke Robinson.
Luke, that was it.
Yeah,
Luke hates
we
it.
go and see him. He was there too. He was there, at that show. He works there, so we always pop in and see him. Hang out.
Yeah, he was telling me how much he really likes being there. Because I was like, yeah, we were at Johnny Cash. He's like, where are you? Love that place. Let me see something else with Johnny Cash's face. And I'm like, cool, I got a Johnny Cash tattoo on my leg. He's like, don't show me. Don't want to see it. He's like, let me guess. It's the middle finger. I'm like, of course it is.
Yeah.
I got
it kept haunting him. Like every show we did for summer, and the week before, it was like Johnny Cash's face was everywhere. Like it was Towns Cash's face was randomly there. So he was like haunted by it or something. But it was just comical that, all there.
Cash's face is chasing him around the country.
The ghost of Johnny Cash chases him wherever he goes, even up here in the great state of Wisconsin. Sorry, man, it's not my fault. Have you guys ever? I know you guys have played shows together because I witnessed the acoustic set that you guys were running back and forth with at Old Red. But have you guys ever done like a string of dates together? Have you ever gone out and done? Because I want to hear the stories. If it's happened, and if it hasn't happened, Nancy and I are going to make it happen.
The Garrett experience, baby.
So we do.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
It was in Vegas together, and we call it the Garrett experience. And that's mainly the ones that's a great time. One of my best memories, one of my favorite things to do is go out there with him. We just, just do our shows, get a lot of new fans and play all, great music. Most of the time we get to hear, both of our catalogs of songs, that we've kind of accumulated in which, and we try to make time in town to, do shows together too, play acoustic, but yeah, Vegas is, man, we have some crazy stories from that.
Vegas is wild, baby. We were just talking about it yesterday because so we were filming, like I said, the video, the rest of the video for Bank yesterday, and so my whole band was out there, and we were all talking, we were all reminiscing about the last time we all did Vegas together, me and my band were out there, and then Garrett came out to play because the way it works is that me and Garrett will do an acoustic show in the afternoon, and then me and the band will come back that night and play. And so we were all reminiscing about getting done about 1:30 in the morning, and we were reminiscing about too many shots and lost wallets and the horse betting game that we all suck at. So yeah, we always call it the Garrett experience when we go out there together. It needs a Vegas name. Needs a Vegas name. It
really does. We need to get you like that Miranda Lambert jacket that she's got now that starts on fire.
Yeah.
Fireworks and stuff. I feel like that's really your vibe. Is sparklers coming out of your outfits. But I feel like here's what I feel like. I feel like that there's so many more stories. All are keeping like under for hey, and I respect it. This isn't the tell-all, this isn't the farewell tour. We're not letting all the secrets out. We're gonna wait for the memoir to come out or a song reference to be like, hey, wait a minute, I bet you that should happen in Vegas. Someday we're not gonna be live streaming to Planet Earth or podcasting to Planet Earth, and you're gonna tell me what really happened.
I was about to say, we got to be careful, Coop. This thing's recorded.
I know. I will turn all this shit off. I don't know where the buttons are on this thing, but I will find them and I will shut it down. It'll just be us. Maybe I'll record it just in case I need to.
Just in case I need to have, one of those cool lanyards. Oh, we lost him. Did we lose you again? Did we lose you? Oh, there he is.
Oh, maybe just the lights went out this time. What was that?
And we're back.
Amber alert. I didn't play the music.
Oh, all right. we got to start taking bets on. There he is.
5-minute break.
Okay.
Nope.
Darth Vader music. All right, what do we got here? I'm just putting Angie's stuff in there, putting you both in a group text, and we're setting up a right date as soon as this is over. See, See,
we need to.
this is the kind of magic that happens when you join the From the Captain's Quarters podcast.
Absolutely.
I think that like the Vegas thing sounds fun, but I mean, like putting you guys on a string of dates, like ravaging small villages and towns.
We can't.
Like we can do a whole fucking pirate theme. Like Captain Coops will sponsor it. Like let's make shit happen. Like
let's do it. As long as we could put a big ass pirate ship on the side of the van.
Dude, yes,
dude. We'll call it the Shipwreck Tour. Shipwreck. Shameless promotion. We'll call it the Shipwreck Tour.
Done deal. Done deal.
Everybody's just gonna be stoned. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna write really nasty songs. Oh look, we got mama and a baby in the background. Hi mama, hi baby. Brandon.
Hey y'all.
It's all good. We're glad to have you a part of it. Also, we got to talk. We like to talk about your internet connection. I was a little worried about your internet.
we've got a feeling that we can help out with a new internet provider.
Yeah, somebody get Elon. If we can get Elon on this podcast, we can get you some Starlink.
Yeah,
there you go.
That stuff's legit, though. We were up, like I said, we were up in the UP, up in Copper Harbor, Michigan, which is basically the northernmost point of Michigan that you can get in the Upper Peninsula, Lake Superior, Canada. And no cell phone reception. And a friend of ours has an overlanding rig. Obviously, you guys know I'm into the whole jeeping overlanding thing.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And they took their home Starlink and brought it with them, and we had like full strength satellite like Wi-Fi.
No way.
All the way around our campground. Yeah.
Dude,
Elon.
that's awesome.
Papa, can you hear me? Papa Elon. Setting this up. Yeah, they have an inverter they brought in, so they plugged it in and would you like to log into our Wi-Fi? I'm like, we're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
That's great.
Yes, I would love to log into your Wi-Fi.
Yes, I'd love to log into your Wi-Fi.
I live off the grid. I live off the ground. Also, like to check my Instagram feed, see if Warren Garrett put out any more of that song instead of that.
Yeah, exactly. Garrett, I don't know if you heard him earlier. He was giving me shit. He was like, "Yeah, you have to post like 8 teasers for bank." I just want to hear the song.
I know. I was like, I feel like I should text him and be like, "Hey, man,
I
want to be the sixth guy."
Yeah, I'd have sent it to you.
Like, what do you think about this song?
Yeah, you totally should have. I'd have totally sent that to you.
I like it. I'm shipwrecked. I don't care. Love it, man. Play it over again. No. So we're going to set up the tour. That's going to be awesome. Shipwreck tour. Angie jumped me in on that conversation as well. We're making bank over here.
Yeah. Nice. Shameless plug.
Songwriting session between you two. That'll be fun. I feel like I like what's going to come out of that.
Oh yeah, that'd be the dream tour, man. We get all three do one. Me all fired up. I'm ready to go.
Yes, sir.
2023.
That'd be awesome.
Let's do it.
Shipwreck tour 2023,
Shipwreck
baby.
tour.
Coop just announced it.
Oh yeah. It happened right here. We're making the announcement right here. It's happening. It's going to be from my house to the last 3 bars that Garrett and I went to the last time he was up here. We're just
From
like
a
traveling band. We're going to put you on the back of a trailer. It's going to be amazing.
We're just going to circle Coop's block over and over and over again.
Because you're going to be like, man, I feel like we just traveled the world. Like, that's just the shipwreck, dude. Don't even worry about it. That's fine. That's like good Wisconsin grown.
Right. Yeah. It's fine. We just took you on a little journey. It's okay.
Oh, man. So we talked about kind of the rest of the year and kind of looking forward to 2023 and stuff. And obviously working on some, making jokes. Angie's making plans.
Usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. There was something that popped up that I saw on, I don't know, it was one of the websites I follow. I don't know, it was Whiskey Riff or something. Country collaboration that you would like to hear. Have you guys, and I'm not aware, and I'm ignorant, so yell at me later. Have you guys ever collaborated and done a song together?
No,
But
definitely.
that'd be game.
It's definitely coming. Yeah, it's gonna be definitely a party, beer drinking in your face.
Be a damn rock song.
I was gonna
Can't
say
talk too much about it.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
We haven't wrote it yet, but we're ready to.
Thought my Nostradamus shit just came through, and I was like, didn't you? Yes. Angie's making plans again. Yeah, she's got this thing all figured out. And that was like, what would it be? Like, what is it? Is it a rock song? Man, like there's a weird balance here. Like now I'm all intrigued by this because I have a quote from Garrett Speer that he told me when he was down here. We were obviously talking. We were talking about getting high. No, we were talking about Warren. We were talking about the night that we all were hanging out at Old Red, and he said they just don't make them like Warren Garrett anymore.
Love you, brother.
As his line, and I was like, no, they don't. Now I got to know like what this collaboration sounds like, because,
dude, I mean, for me, there it is. I was about to say, just don't make them like that. But no, dude. I mean, for Garrett and I are both huge rock guys and guitar players, and guitar players at heart, and so it like you said, man, it'd be a boot stomping, beer drinking rock song if we did one. I have a feeling anyway.
Yeah, Gary, you busted out some. Did you just like Fall Out Boy? Was there a Fall Out Boy? Did I hear a Fall Out Boy in your?
Oh, yeah,
that was legit rad. Like I was like, yeah, this fucker's getting after it.
Oh yeah, where I grew up in, Fort had only a rock scene down there, and I was trying to play in rock bands and metal bands way before 10 years old, and I always loved country, of course, like my dad always listened to it, but I bust out some of those punk songs during our set because and some of those, are my favorite, because I get and bring the energy that I always, still try to do in my writing and stuff. But good one. We love playing that one.
I do have to ask, since I know you brought it up earlier, and I thought about it, now I'm actually spitting it out. Fort Myers, I know, was hit pretty hard by Hurricane Ian a couple of weeks ago. Everything cool in your fam, in your circle of trust down there?
My family's all doing great. They had a heavy yard damage, but nobody got buildings, nothing, no cars, nothing got too damaged. But it's one of those things to where you see the media, like from my family, like they're not people that are usually overreact about that, and they said the news just can't even do it justice how bad it is. Like it looks like the beach again, like the beach is completely flattened, but it's I thank God nothing hurt, and they're recovering, they're cleaning up everything, but I'm hoping they recover. I mean they built a bridge in 1 week because they had 3 bridges go out, and I was the state of Florida got together and made that happen, so they are recovering. But they
built a bridge in a week.
They built a bridge in a week. Yep,
that's awesome.
Is that the Pine Island Bridge? The bridge out to Pine Island?
Yep.
Yeah, because that's where Nicole and I stayed when we traveled and saw you guys, and then went down to Florida, and we ended up staying at Pine Island for a week of our trip down there. And I saw the footage. Actually, DeSantis was on, like, and the bridge is back. I was like, how do you like it was gone and now it's back? Like, how do you, man?
What do you mean the bridge is back?
Why are you doing this stuff?
Yeah,
that's insane. Did a bridge in a week.
Yeah, it was something, but I'm glad they made it happen. And Pine Island is a big part of my life too. We used to go deep sea fishing every weekend, and put our boat in on. Now, like all the houses, they had a bunch of, most of the houses out there you seen were kind of small, shed like a lot of them. They got completely wiped out. It literally looks like the beach now from what I've seen and from what's terrible. Hate to hear it.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. We got a call because we're heading down to or we're coming back down through Nashville end of December and making our way back down to Florida, going down to the Keys this time, and we got a call from the guy that we're Airbnb-ing the house from, and he was like, we had like the awning was ripped off and like stabbed through the side of the pool, but he's like, all that'll be repaired by the time we get down here. It sounds like the Keys seems like they kind of got a little more of the I don't want to call it the gentle. There's no real gentle part of a hurricane, but not quite as bad as the Fort Myers area did. So, but I'm glad to hear that the fam is doing well and everything is better down there. And I want to know this miracle concrete that they have to build fucking bridges in a week in Florida.
Right.
Send some of that stuff up here in Wisconsin, man. That'd be great.
Oh, dude, I've sent some of it to Tennessee. I-40's been in construction for 3 years.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, it's hard. Right?
But I mean, it's damn impressive that they got that done that quick. It seems like Fort Myers definitely took the first punch when the hurricane came through.
Awesome.
Yeah, the Keys
Well,
got hurt
fellas-
real bad,
Oh, go ahead.
but I guess it didn't get hit that bad this time. So it's thank God.
Yeah.
So wild. It's just wild. Like, to see, I got a buddy down there who runs his a clothing company down there in St. Pete, and I called him and I was like, "Hey, bro," and he was like, "Oh, we're on the other side of the state," and I was like, "Cool, like what, like towards the Jacksonville area," and he was like, "What do you see?" And he's like, "Well, it looks like there's a fucking hurricane coming." I was like, "Well, what are you doing?" He's like, "Well, we're just all standing out here in the yard." I'm like, that's such a Wisconsin Midwest thing, because he's originally from Minnesota. I'm like, that is such a Wisconsin thing. When we get like tornadoes and stuff that come through, it's like, well, all right, first grab the lawn chair and go sit out in the yard until it's like, well, that thing is getting pretty close. We should probably go inside now. I'm like, that Midwest mentality with you there in Florida, slightly different with a hurricane and a tornado, but yeah, craziness, man. Fellas, I fucking love this. Let's do this again.
Oh, please, dude.
But before we do it again, we're going to do one that's not aired so that you can tell me all the dirty secrets and stuff. And I have this arsenal of real life stories between Warren and Garrett. But thank you guys for taking the time out and chilling with me. I know you both got, family stuff and music stuff and shows and stuff and just trying to plan your lives. But I appreciate you taking time out to jump on here and chat with me for an hour or so.
Dude, thank you for having us, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, man. We loved being on this. One of my favorite podcasts.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like me and Rogan, right? Just like me and Rogan.
That's about it.
That's it.
1A, 2A, maybe a little Andy Frisilla in there a little bit, but that's like 1A, 2A, 2B. I appreciate it, guys. Let's Angie, thank you. Angie's throwing a thank you out there to Angie. We'll be in touch. We'll get these guys up here, or it's Shipwrecked 2023 with
you announced the tour
and coming to a city near you. Hopefully your city is near me, or
coming to Cooper's house 2023.
You guys are just gonna play my backyard for like a week, and we're gonna live stream it. We're gonna sell tickets, and it's gonna be like bonfires and whiskey and Shipwrecked.
Sold.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Warren, Garrett Speer, my friends. Take care of one another. We'll be in touch very soon. All right.
Appreciate y'all.
See you, man. Appreciate you.
Everybody else, thanks for tuning in. Angie's making it happen. I can't stop it. The train is moving down the tracks. We put the wheels in motion today.
See what you started?
I love it. Thank you, guys. Take care. We're out.